Hey, YouTube world. All my compadres out there. This is Jason from Makeshift Garage. That drawing that I just put in front of the camera is a motor mount bracket. All the dimensions. I'm giving it to you free. So, as I originally started this build, I did a lot of research and watched a lot of different YouTube videos and YouTubers out there. Mr. White, LS1. He's got great videos, great information. Based off his information, I went out and I purchased these adapter plates right here. And these are from Advanced Adapters. And in a couple previous videos, I was talking about modifications that I'd done to put these on my truck. And one of the ideas I have was putting in the air conditioner with the original air conditioner bracket, so on and so forth. And after I got the motor in the truck, and I had these mounted and had the clamshells mounted on them and the motor mounts, in the mocking up, I found that if I pulled everything off of where the original transmission bracket was, number one, it would prevent me from having to modify my drive lines. Number two, it would help in the positioning of my linkage for my shifter on the transmission. And one of the other things I found is that my actual exhaust is going to be in the way of the truck's original linkage, so I'm going to have to come up with something in there. But anyways, with that being said, I found that with the clamshell mounted on the back three legs, that the transmission was too far forward, and I needed to move it back 2 inches to bolt up to the original crossmember location. So anyways, I started laying this out and was planning on actually drilling and tapping another bolt pattern into these adapter plates for mounting the clamshell, and 2 inches over would get me there. And what I realized is that by doing that, this hole would move into the center location of this cutout, leaving me without a hole. So on one of my adapter plates, such as this one, I would only have 2 bolt hole locations to mount my clamshell. And then on the other one, I have made a modification to accept the support bracket for the transmission. Number one, it would raise the motor up just a little bit higher. And anyways, this support bracket goes between the clamshell and the engine on the original motor, and on the new motor I was just going to put it between the clamshell and the adapter plate. And it had a rib here, and what I ended up finding is that I needed to move this back to the back location to match up, both sides. That way they would hit the towers for my motor mounts. And so in doing so, I turned around and ended up grinding that rib off yesterday. Now, it works, but now I need to move it 2 inches forward in its location. And what I found was that in moving it 2 inches forward is that this back hole goes into here. The bottom hole would actually touch right here and only be a half a hole, half a thread. And so that wasn't going to work, and turned around and ended up leaving me with only 1 bolt hole in this bracket. Now, I've got friends in all kinds of places, machine shops, etc. And I called a buddy of mine last night and was talking to him. He said, "Man, just come on up. I'll give you some material, and and you can make your own." Well, anyways, so I took those plates, pulled dimensions off of them, And this is what I come up with. So for those of you that have a four-wheel drive Chevy and you're doing an LS swap and you want to put the air conditioner in its original bracket on your rig, and you're going to use the a 4L80E transmission. Now take in mind, I'm using a 4L80E transmission bolted up to the 6.0 liter that I'm installing in the truck. I wanted to use the original crossmember location. So these are the dimensions for that bracket, okay? Now, I don't know what other transmission configurations will lead to for you. If you know, your brackets may be different, your locations may be different, but this will give you a baseline to start, okay? I didn't have a baseline to start. Me purchasing the adapter kit from Advanced Adapters, I think I spent a total of $85 with shipping and everything. Not a bad investment. However, I went down to a friend of mine's machine shop, and he gave me some 3/8 aluminum T6 61 billet, and that's what I got. I've got a bracket for the left bank and a bracket for the right bank. Now, that dimension is for one side. Take those dimensions and you flip them over when you're machining, and you can make two brackets like so. That's what I come up with. So later on today I will actually install these on my rig. Take care.
Get on your knees and let the games begin. Bow to your queen and I will crown your head. 'Cause I can make you every inch a king before I do it. Tell me what's in it for me. I need someone you're willing and able. You need someone old enough to know better. I want you to do my dirty work. Do my dirty work.
Alright. I'll draw you guys in close here and show you how the new brackets work. Yeah, the new brackets.
After classic.
So I've got the new brackets in. You can see that the motor mount's not quite flush. And the reason for that is because the motor is actually touching the cross member right here. However, on this other side, the mount is down flush. It's actually touching, and my bolt holes of the motor mount lines up with the towers. Now, it looks like all I really need to do is come in here and cut this piece back. Just take a section out of it, and I should be in the good. That motor should clear. So all I gotta do is just come in there and open it up just a little bit. Alright. And with that being said, I have plenty of room right here for the original bracket. Now I don't know what kind of clearance issues I'll have here for the pump, but I'll have to line that out, set it all up, figure it out. But I think that I think there'll be plenty of room. I may have to notch out a section of this, I don't know just yet. When I get done with it, it'll look original. Yeah, alright. Oh, hey, you guys think of my shirt? Big Ship Garage? My son had this made for me for Christmas time. Part of the whole YouTube branding and everything. I think it's awesome. I wear it all the time. Anyways, thought I'd share it. Now let's get busy. I'm notching out my frame for the yeah, I'm gonna notch out the frame to clear the oil pan on the motor. That's what we're gonna work on right now. I'm sure my arm's gonna be in the way and everything, but I'm gonna try to get it all here on video.
Let me be your labor of love. My royal garden needs a hired man. Plant your seed, darling. My roses are in your hands. I need someone young, willing, and able. You need someone old enough to know better. I want you to do my dirty work. Do my dirty work.
Well, I finally got the notch cut out of my frame. I'll show you what we got here. Look at the bracket there. It's nice and flush. Now right now I've got this hose pulled back out of the way, so it's kind of hard to see. You come down and look at the motor. There's the notch. Got about an 1/8 inch gap there between the pan and the notch on the side. And then when we come in and look up from the bottom, completely clear all the way around, about 1/8 inch. Looks good. And then we come over here and we look at the motor mount there, and it's solid. So the motor's in place. Very little modification, just had to make an adapter plate that actually works with in conjunction with the transmission cross member. I got my transmission in, the motor mount. Now, of course, all this is preliminary right at the moment, of course. But I've got a few inches here between the harmonic balancer, this cross member. My radiator isn't going to sit past here, so I got my pump. I'm pretty sure my fan will be a little close, but I think we're going to be all right. Actually, in honesty, yeah, I think with the core support and everything, my radiator is probably going to sit back here. It's in. That's all I'm going to do for tonight. Come back and do some more in the morning.
Do my dirty work. Do my